Yeah, I'd say for a compound, most people would know the push-pull method.
Yeah, that was probably more similar, keeping that, bow arm straight, pulling against your back wall constantly, and keeping that boom right towards the middle. That's very similar to how that push-pull works, but NTS uses a little bit more holding is the biggest part of that, and really not so much aiming because it's still focusing on the form, but there's definitely that aiming aspect in there instead of just focus and go.
So we've got the battle of the youngsters now.
Yeah, these two guys coming up in the recurve men, they're both 18.
Trenton Cowles, he's a 2018 Youth Olympic champion. That's a big deal.
Yeah, he was the representative that we sent for the Youth Olympics. We picked one guy and one girl, and he went out there and won it. And that was very
That's
impressive.
awesome.
Yeah. He's actually won SoCal here as a junior 2 years ago, as a senior last year, so I think he's here to do that again. He's ranked third in the U.S. now after competing as a senior. He's a fellow member on the World Cup team with Brady, me, so he's ready to be there.
And then Josef Scarboro, I'm not too familiar with Josef.
Josef is a little bit of a newer guy on the field. He hasn't done much international senior level competitions. He's done some field international tournaments, so he's had that travel experience there, but a little bit different level. Both can shoot just as good. He's actually out here at the Olympic Training Center right now doing a trial to see if he wants to join as a RA and be there with us.
Awesome.
So he started in 4-H archery and kind of grew off of that seed. I think Trenton kind of did JOAD and kind of that youth USA archery, did the youth tournaments and stuff, did that.
That's awesome. The two different ways that they both came up and now shooting against each other in the same field.
The interesting thing here is Trenton is left-handed, just similar to Casey.
Yeah, they're both back-to-back, just like Casey and Mackenzie were.
Yeah.
Trenton's going to start us off here. The wind is picking up a little bit more.
Yeah, and that wind caught that arrow just a little bit.
Yeah, you can see how it kicked, too. It definitely affected that arrow.
Yeah. So interesting little fun fact here. The top 4 archers, so these 2 archers and the bronze medalist and the 4th place archer, are all under 20.
That's a good thing for the United States archery team.
Yeah, it really shows that we're getting good youth in there and keeping them here, so it can help push international success.
Absolutely.
Just off the left side there.
Yeah, I think for compound, I think the top 4 qualifiers were all closer to 30.
Yeah, and probably also the same 4 that have been the same 4 for a long time.
Yep.
Which is not a bad thing, though, because it's, with you guys, you have the depth there already, so it's
Yeah, we do have a lot of depth.
Trenton getting pushed a little bit by that wind, you can see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Pushing
recovery.
it towards that 10, yeah. With a left-handed archer like him, it's pushing on his back, so it's actually trying to push him away. So he's having to keep that tension going forward. Josef, great group on the left side.
Yeah, great group. You see the wind probably just moving them a little bit there.
Yep.
So would you rather have wind pushing from your back or to your front?
As far as technique goes, pushing on the front makes it a little bit easier because for a recurver, you can probably notice there's been a click right before they shoot. So they have a clicker. They don't have a back wall like a compound does. They have a clicker that tells them when they're at the same draw length. Because if you draw it further back, there's more power behind the bow, so it'll end up going higher. So that click tells you right when you're there and tells you when to release. And a headwind or a into your chest wind helps you click because it pushes you further expanded, where if it's from your back, it kind of pushes you inwards and it makes it harder. But on this field, more often than not, we end up having a backwind.
Yeah.
So I'm very used to that.
So are you a fan of wind?
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, it's definitely something you have to learn. You have to learn how to really master judging it. You know, you have to be able to look at a flag and be like, okay, this is where I should aim.
Yeah.
And that's a hard skill to teach, as well as making a good shot in the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
So
feel
they
like
both
there's...
tied, so they're 1-1, so it goes back to Trenton shooting first.
Yep.
What were you saying?
I feel like there's two sides to wind. You either hate it or you love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those archers that loves the wind.
Just under it.
Josef looks like a big, strong kid.
Yeah. He's holding a long time. He's shooting that 50-something pounds, so.
Okay.
Might be lower right now because of the pandemic. A lot of people took a break, but he'll definitely be back up there.
Solid 9. He just needs to give those couple clicks that Tate needed to put in it.
Yeah.
You can see the end of that stabilizer moving a little bit with the wind.
Yeah, just a little twitch in there, pushing against the wind.
Yep. That's a close arrow. I can't quite call it from here.
So yeah, you mentioned the stabilizers. All these archers on the field have had really long stabilizers, one on the front, and then some of them 2 on the back, some of them just 1 on the back, as seen in the compound division. How do you balance your bow?
Basically, I just put my hand in the grip and then I'll add weight just so it doesn't either tip forward or tip backwards. I like to just have it sit right in the middle.
Yeah. So with recurvers, a lot of recurvers will actually have it tip forward a bit more, and you can see their follow through. The bow actually jumps forward and down a little bit, just the way to balance out that lack of holding weight.
Yep.
That we have. So.
Yeah, I know with archers that have more holding weight on the compound side, you'll see a lot more weight up front.
Yeah.
So. And somebody like me that only has 8 pounds of holding weight, I only have a couple ounces up front. So
Yeah, you want it to just sit in the middle and stay there.
Yep.
Instead of having that push, that tension pulling down and keeping you in the middle.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably one of the biggest differences between recurve and compound. Recurve is such a physical sport.
Yeah.
Compound is, for most, a little bit more relaxed. And
A little bit more relaxed, but a lot more mental.
yeah,
Because there is that perfection that's expected.
that is true.
Where at recurve, it's like you just go out, make your good shot, and most of the time you're expecting a good score, and you're expecting it to hit a 10, but there is a little bit less of that. Like
Yeah.
150, 149, 149, 148. So both these archers have tied the last 2 ends. So they're 2-2. So Trenton will shoot first again.
The wind seems like it died down a little bit.
We'll see if they have any corrections in their sight, if they go right. Yeah.
Yep.
My guess is Trenton has some clicks in his sight, like you
Yeah.
were mentioning before, so then when that wind dies, it kind of shows you where your sight actually is.
It's a little bit longer of a hold there.
Yep. Both these archers shoot right as soon as the wind dies.
Yep. You'll see that too on the compound side.
Yep. Those pre-built in clicks start coming out.
Yep. So they're both getting a little bit longer holds.
Yep.
Do you think that's a little bit of fatigue or just...
I would guess for these guys it's a little bit of nerves.
Okay.
Because while they've both had some experience, it's definitely a little bit different when you're on this field and there's a lot of money on the line. And you can,
Absolutely.
this is, for many people, this is their livelihood. So it's that pressure. You can see he's moving a lot. Yep. He swung it in there.
Yep. Threw it in the yellow.
Yeah, I would guess it's a little bit of nerves, and I don't think anybody on this field doesn't have nerves. It's
Yeah,
how
for
you
sure.
manage them.
So Josef needs a 10 here to take the set.
Just off, tied
Just off.
27s again.
Well, I will say all 4 matches have been very good matches.
Yes, they have been. Nobody's had like really bad shooting. It's been good shooting from everybody here.
Yeah, everybody's held their own under pressure.
So yeah, we're here and maybe talk about shoot-off coming up. The 3-3 is very common to see a shoot-off because one person can win one set, and the next person wins the other set, and there's 5-5 instantly.
Yeah. So a shoot off, one arrow close to the middle.
So for compound division, it's each archer shoots, XX is a reshoot,
Yep.
and then in recurve division, 10-10 is a reshoot, and then the second arrow is closest to the middle.
Okay.
We kind of did that because it's a more recent rule, I think, in the last couple of years. We did that because it's very common to make a really good shot and it not be a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, to some degree, a little bit of, like, chance.
Yep.
So, to shoot a dead center, you can't really say you made a great shot and that's where I put it. It's kind of like, if it's in the 10, it's a good shot.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like 10-10, make that a reshoot, because both archers made good shots.
I mean, there's so many more variables with the recurve.
Yeah.
Usually when I let go of my compound, I know where the arrow is going to go.
Yeah.
It's not always the case with a recurve.
Yeah, which is why you guys did it for the XX reshoot.
That was a good, strong shot there. And he was joking around before this end and said, I can't find a 10.
And
So
there it is. Long hold again.
he let it go with 4 seconds. Still a good arrow. So Trenton could take a pretty demanding lead here.
They could. With the 10-10.
That looked like a good, strong shot.
Glasses, yeah.
So Josef really needs these 10s, these next 2 arrows.
Yeah.
That was a good,
That
quick
was
shot.
a good quick shot.
Just high, kind of what you would assume from a really quick shot. at least
Yeah,
on the
quick shot
compound
with a
side.
little bit more oomph behind it tends to go high.
Yep.
And low 9, and he takes that
That's all he
set.
needed.
Doesn't matter what Josef shoots here. Josef will basically have a practice arrow to find that 10
Yep.
for next set. A little bit low, but again, doesn't really matter.
So I'm calling Josef's going to win this next set. We're going to have a shoot off.
I hope so. That'd be really cool. You always want to shoot off for the gold medal match.
Oh, yeah. That is one thing I do like about recurve. It is so different to compound. I'm a huge fan of watching recurve archery. And I might be good at compound, but I am the worst recurve shooter in the world.
But it's a little bit different, but it's definitely entertaining. You get more swings.
Yeah.
So Trenton just started his first year at Texas A&M a couple months ago. So have you done any college while you're shooting now, or no?
I have not. But Texas A&M is a great archery college program. You hear a lot of people.
Yeah, they have a very dominant archery program. I think he said there's like 30 people there right now.
Yeah.
So
Which is awesome to see for the sport.
Yeah.
All right, so Josef is going to start us off here, and he's really going to need some 10s here. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
It's a nice, quick shot.
Yeah. If he can match that pace for his shot, I feel like the next couple will be good. Matches the 10.
Trenton's really gotten his shot down the last 2 ends here.
Oh, another quick shot. Yep.
That's what you
He's
like to
found
see.
his rhythm.
Now he's putting that pressure on Trenton.
Yeah.
Very long hold here.
Just out. So a 10 here will seal the deal for a shoot-off. So we'll see what can be done for that. 9.
Okay.
So a 10 here will tie the set, giving Trenton 6 points, and that would be the win. 9 will mean a shoot-off.
10 to win. Anything else a shoot-off.
And there's the shoot-off. Ooh, little fist bump there.
I'm sure they're both a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, a little bit, because didn't have the greatest run of arrows there in the middle, but they definitely both came back.
Yeah.
28-29 is very respectable.
And they definitely have found the middle the last 2 ends, so this should be a good shoot-off.
Yeah, they found that middle, so if they both shoot 10s, we might get a second shoot-off.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet with Recurve, a second shoot-off.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. The first year we actually did that at a USAT event, it was first round. Like right after the first event, we just switched the rules. First round OR match, the elimination match. One person had it. 10-10 reshoot. Next match, or next reshoot, 6-5. So definitely
Really?
the pressure got to both of them with that 10-10 reshoot. So.
Yeah, I've had a couple times where you tie with X's and you break a good shot, and then you find out, oh, we got to do it again. You know? But
and that pressure builds a little bit on you too.
Yeah. And are they putting up new target faces?
Yeah, they'll put up new target faces just to make sure they can get as middle can be for the measure.
Making sure all the lines are intact.
Yep. Both these archers put their bow down and they're just kind of trying to stay focused a little bit. You were on the World Championship finals. How does that feel to be? I know it's a little bit different than this, but the pressure is still there.
I mean, I find myself in between ends or when we're waiting for scoring or something like that. I find myself looking just kind of off in the distance. At World Championships, there was a big church behind where we were shooting. And very old church, so I was just basically looking at that the whole time, trying to keep my head away from the nerves, the crowd, everything like that. I'm sure, I mean, both of these gentlemen were looking at I think it's paraglider just
I don't know if you guys could hear that on the stream, but a little paraglider going by, that's kind of just something that people do on a nice Sunday.
Yep.
So, but it's a little something to keep their mind off of it.
Yeah, right. Right as they pick their bows up, it's go time, though. You could tell they both looked focused and determined.
Yep. Bring that focus right back in. Ready to hit the middle. They're probably reading the wind a little bit right now, looking around.
Joseph's picking out his good arrow.
Yep. Got your lucky arrow out.
All right, so Trenton's going to start.
We'll shoot first, yes.
Now, is that a benefit in a shoot-off to start first?
It actually depends on the shooter. Some shooters like to be kind of the first shooter so then they can apply that pressure. But some shooters actually like to be the second because it left 9. We like to say that would be like a 9.2, 9.1 when it comes to shoot-offs.
Okay.
Because definitely room to be beat there.
So Joseph just needs to get inside of that arrow.
And he does with the 10.
It's a good 10.
Yeah. So what I was saying is some people actually like to shoot second because they feel like they perform better under the pressure, and Joseph obviously did with that 10. So.
Yeah. So Josef Scarboro wins the SoCal Showdown.
Yeah, I think this is his first senior USAT, I want to say. He finished second at Target Nationals, and he's actually in the Olympic trials with us. He's now 5th. So definitely maybe a little bit of an upset, but not too much of an upset you'd expect.
Yeah.
Good shooter from both of these shooters.
And, I mean, again, this is awesome to see for USA Archery.
Yeah.
You got two 18-year-olds battling it out.
Yeah. Shooting really good scores, it's not bad scores.
And this is only going to help Joseph here.
Yeah.
Probably taking a picture for USA Archery right now.
Gold medal match picture there.
Well, I was hoping for a shoot-off in every match, but...
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much to ask for, though.
I love to see that 150 shoot-off, so...
Alrighty, well, that is Jack and Jimmy on the Jack and Jimmy Show.
Yeah, here at the SoCal Showdown.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, see you guys.